Last War fans, Turk Tigler here. This could be my last video. It's very possible this could be it. This could be the end all. And let me tell you why. A few weeks ago, Last War installed something, that's right, called Anti-Cheat Expert. What it's supposed to do is, they told me it's supposed to stop auto clickers from teleporting into places as well as for digs. Well, let me tell you what this anti-cheat engine is and does. And when the game loads, you can see here is the driver that loads, and you can see it's loading with kernel level access. That's right. When you run it on your PC, you get that. Will you allow this, blah, blah, blah. You have to click yes now to allow it. You have noticed this has been happening now for approximately the past 3 weeks. That is when they installed anti-cheat engine. Now, let's talk about anti-cheat engine for a little bit. Number one, is it actually preventing auto clickers? No. You just run them as administrator, and it works. I've heard from multiple people they have not prevented any auto clickers, so they haven't actually solved anything. Instead, what does this kernel level anti-cheat actually do? Well, it has access to everything on your computer, bypassing normal Windows security. Now, let's say, okay, I want to see what this anti-cheat is actually doing. Well, I tried to do that. Let me show you. I installed a program called Process Monitor, and as soon as I tried to see what anti-cheat was doing, take a look. It says Process Monitor is a hacking tool. So you can't even see what the anti-cheat program is looking at in terms of data. We've heard people say that it's been looking at their personal photos, their personal documents, but I wanted to validate it with Process Monitor, do a video of it, and include it. You can see as soon as I try to load Process Monitor, look what happens. It thinks it's a hack. Yeah, right. But let's take a look closer at ACE. What is ACE? Okay, like I said earlier, it installs a kernel level anti-cheat. Now, what happens with that? What does it have access to? Well, it has access to every single thing in your system. Anything in memory, anything on your hard drives, and it does not use Windows security. So let's say you have a private folder locked down on your computer. ACE will be able to look at it. They will. Now, here's the kicker here. You can see the anti-cheat should limit itself to certain things. But is it? Because we can't even monitor it with Process Mon to see what it's doing. So basically, I cannot run this application anymore on any of my main gaming PCs, which is a problem because that's what I would use to stream. I would load it on a gaming PC. I'd run it on there. Now, I do run other accounts in TeamViewer windows, you will notice, and those have become just dog slow and practically unusable since they installed this anti-cheat. I have contacted Last War for weeks asking them to remove it. It does absolutely nothing. They refuse to do so. So they're leaving the anti-cheat in the game, which is making this game very difficult for me to play and enjoy. And like I said, it actually solves nothing. Auto clickers work, macros work, everything works just as before the anti-cheat does. I heard rumors of they were trying to prevent code injection. Now that would be beneficial for that, but if somebody's going to do code injection, they're just going to use an Android emulator and do code injection. Anyhow, yeah, I do have a background in IT, probably picking up on that. But anyhow, they are. I hate to say it, I thought Golden Fighter was exaggerating some things, but it's become clear that they are not player-oriented, which is what Golden Fighter was saying pretty much. It's why he quit, and that's why I am also now leaving the game. It's become unplayable. They've gotten a lot better in responding, though, which is interesting. They used to never respond to me when I'd ask them questions, comments, suggestions. Now they are definitely responding, which is good. I mean, it's a step in the right direction for the game, But I mean, as long as they're running this anti-cheat crap that has kernel level access, I am not going to play the game. And I've been trying to get them, like I said, to remove it for weeks, and they are absolutely refusing to do so. So what does that mean for me? Well, that means for me that I will be ending my gameplay as I said earlier. People close to me, Cheka, Miz, Grizz, some of those other folks, they are already aware of me and my plans. I will have accounts available. If anybody wants to buy them, let me know. Um, but yeah, any questions, feel free, post away. I may do one last stream to say goodbye, let people hop on. We shall see. I was on vacation last week, and I'm on vacation again this week. But who knows? I may do one last stream to let people say their goodbyes, let people check in, and so forth. Now, what if they decide to remove Ace, by the end of this week? Then I won't quit. I'll continue to play. But like I said, I've made absolutely zero progress with them removing Ace, and it's just made the gameplay absolutely unbearable. I tried to. You guys watched my Desert Storm video with Amex, and the lag was just absolutely horrendous trying to play inside my Team Viewer window. So anyhow, I appreciate everyone who has been so supportive of the stream. I've made a lot of friends. I don't want to give shout outs because I'm going to miss people if I do, and then I'll feel bad because they'll be like, bro, you didn't mention me. So I'm not going to, I'm not going to wish anyone a happy goodbye, except for, the two people who have been closest to me, Miz and Cheka. Obviously, they've become my friends. I actually met Cheka in person this past weekend, which was pretty cool. That being said, thanks again for everyone who has tuned into my streams. I hope I have been either able to help you at some level, get better at the game, enjoy the game more, provide entertainment. Also, if we had a beef during the game, no hard feelings, man. It was part of just entertainment purposes. If you ever meet me in real life, you would be like, yeah, he's not a beefer. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So, but anyhow, thank you guys so much for tuning into my stream, watching my videos, giving me feedback, even the nasty feedback. I don't care. I don't mind. I seriously don't care at all. But Last War fans, Dirk Tiggler signing off. I may do a farewell stream. Like I said, I just got to find the right time and day to do it. It might be the day after Thanksgiving we do a farewell stream. So that's when it could happen. I could see it happening. That Friday night at Buster, do a farewell stream. Anyhow, once again, Last War fans, Dirk Diggler signing off. Have yourself a good one.